Welcome to Motivation at Hand, Ma. To know is to know how. Make your foot the foot that counts. A subtle force, in every word it's spread. It molds our minds, with narratives it's fed. But knowledge aware, from all that is said. In screens and news, its whispers softly creep. Manipulating thoughts, but we going deep. Truth will shine, in darkness it seeps. With critical minds, our vigilance will keep. We prepare ourselves with knowledge as our shield. Definitions go willy-nilly, we shall not yield. With empathy and reason, the mindset in our field. In propaganda's grip, we'll never be concealed. So let us rise, our voices strong and clear. Expose the falsehoods, make the path appear. In self-defense, we do banish doubt and fear. For truth and justice, is here to persevere. Rhetoric and propaganda are strategic communication tool that aims to shape public opinion and behavior in favor of a specific cause, ideology, or group. It typically involves the dissemination of information, often with a persuasive or biased slant, to influence the beliefs, attitudes, and actions of individuals or groups. Rhetoric and propaganda is not limited to one medium, it can manifest through various channels, including written, visual, and spoken forms, and is commonly associated with advertising, social media, political, social, or ideological movements. One key characteristic of propaganda is its selective and often manipulative use of facts, emotions, and symbols to create a particular narrative. It often employs techniques such as appealing to emotions, repetition of messages, and simplifying complex issues to make them more digestible to the target audience. Rhetoric and propaganda can be used for both positive and negative purposes, from promoting patriotism and social cohesion to manipulating public perception to serve the interests of a particular group or government. The history of rhetoric and propaganda is long and diverse, with examples dating back to ancient civilizations. It gained prominence during significant historical events, including wartime efforts, revolutions, and political campaigns. In modern times, the advent of mass media and the internet has amplified the reach and impact of propaganda, making it a powerful tool for shaping public discourse and influencing societies worldwide. Counter strategies to the bombardment of rhetoric and propaganda. It is essential to nurture the belief that we possess inner reservoirs of strength that surpass our immediate capacity to confront present challenges. In this context, our experiences in the physical realm, our professional pursuits, and our psychological journeys all share striking parallels. Those often labeled as fortunate tend to exhibit resilience, a capacity to rebound from setbacks, and the resources necessary to achieve their objectives. Many of us discover early on that enduring physical discomfort or emotional distress becomes meaningful when it contributes to the realization of cherished goals. In such instances, the focus shifts towards achieving these objectives rather than avoiding hardship. For instance, when a sports figure becomes number one, the emphasis is not on the hardships endured but on acknowledging the achievement and the element of luck involved. This same principle applies when witnessing a pregnant woman's struggles. Initial compassion transitions into joy and congratulations upon the arrival of her newborn. Throughout history, both men and women have triumphed over adversity to achieve their personal definitions of success. Their unwavering faith, albeit in different aspects, revolved around the belief in the goodness of their aspirations and their ability to attain them. Nevertheless, it's crucial to acknowledge the existence of individuals seemingly besieged by perpetual misfortune. They grapple with health challenges, family conflicts, financial woes, and an array of disappointments, often feeling singled out by bad luck. This perception can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, leading to frustration, despair, and at times, bitterness. There is the possibility that external forces, rhetorics and propaganda, is felt via these influencing stimulus. But it is more likely that it has triggered the unconscious, which was designed to do. In either case, involvement stems from the state of a hidden aspect of one's psyche permitting harm to penetrate. By aligning to one's inner reservoir, it can render all forms of bad luck powerless and inconsequential to the objectives desired to be reached. Yet, a question arises: why would anything within one's psyche work against them? Rhetoric and propaganda is a science, and these emotional responses, though subconsciously triggered, is the crux of those specialties to control or lead one a certain way. The interdisciplinary think tanks and mega media conglomerates, international economic forums, etc., have continued to use the science and strategies behind rhetoric and propaganda. It is a matter of best business practices for governments, institutions, and conglomerates to activate the target market to respond to their rhetoric, which is a part of a complex systems. This sought-after unconscious triggers contribute to response, with guilt being a prevalent one. The specifics of what one may or may not have done matter less. The focus here is on the personal unconscious, because the personal unconscious serves as a repository for a diverse array of influences and impressions accumulated throughout one's lifetime, encompassing erroneous emotions and impulses. One particularly pernicious and harmful influence that can reside within is free-floating guilt. This manifests as an inclination to experience guilt or shame, or react as though guilty, irrespective of the circumstances. People with this inclination may find themselves grappling with guilt over seemingly inconsequential matters. For instance, laboratory experiments testing innovations of lie detector devices. The results, while well structured, yielded mixed outcomes. The device accurately identified guilty individuals but also erroneously categorized some innocent volunteers as guilty. These individuals displayed physiological responses akin to guilt, even though they recognized that it was a controlled experiment, and they were not actually guilty within the context of the game. This reaction stemmed from a latent aspect of the psyche. The true bond between the conscious and subconscious minds, encompassing our conscious personality that is led by the subconscious. An inner journey to find out what makes you tick and what presses your buttons. Accepting the processes of life and learning. When reflecting on our past, the objective should be to gain self-understanding rather than seeking praise or blame. In the present and future, our endeavor should revolve around remaining authentic to ourselves, aligning with the best and highest aspects of our inner being, and anticipating success in our pursuits. It is important to remember your inner reservoir cherishes you for who you are, regardless of others' expectations. If you seek a symbol to serve as a reminder of your goals and aspirations, create one. If you wish to convey your faith in your destiny to the spiritual being overseeing your life, do so. Strengthen your defenses and, within those defenses, construct your inner life step by step. Genuine sincerity across all levels of your being represents the most potent form of psychic self-defense. To the inundation of propaganda and rhetoric. In the face of propaganda's artful sway, self-care remains our guiding light each day. With open minds and hearts, we will be on our way, resisting falsehoods that may come our way. Through self-reflection, we will maintain our place in this relentless, ever-challenging race. With mindfulness, we will keep our inner place. For self-care is the anchor of our basic grace. Much appreciation to you for giving of your time with us at Motivation at Hand. To know is to know how. We trust you will come back soon.